Network.
Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Degnan. A man was wounded and a suspect is in custody. That after a stabbing Wednesday morning in West Hazleton. West Hazleton police responded to Winters Avenue between Wayne and Warren Streets around 10 a.m. Police found a man stabbed in that area. He was taken by APTS EMS to a hospital. His condition was unknown, but he was conscious when first responders arrived. A woman was taken into custody at the scene. West Hazleton Fire and Hazleton Police assisted West Hazleton Police there. The investigation is continuing. The mysterious death of a 64-year-old man, William Denman, has officially been ruled a homicide. The results of an autopsy revealed that Denman was shot twice in the head by a small caliber weapon. Investigators are now searching for 20-year-old Ulysses Denman for questioning. Anyone with information on the whereabouts of Ulysses Denman is asked to contact PSP Wyoming at 570-697-2000. A woman that was accused of selling drugs that resulted in another woman's death has died. 52-year-old Peggy Hill was charged by Coaldale police with selling heroin laced with fentanyl, which caused the overdose death of 27-year-old mother of 3, Brittany Marley, back in March. Hill had said that she did not feel responsible for Marley's death because she didn't put the needle in her arm. She only sold the heroin. Hill also believed that she didn't think her heroin killed Marley because she also used the product and didn't die. The Sean E. Clark Funeral Home in Lansford announced on its website that Hill passed away Saturday morning at her home. Schuylkill County is joining a long list of counties in Pennsylvania that are suing drug companies. Schuylkill filed the lawsuit against the nation's major opioid makers, hoping that the distributors would be held accountable for conspiring to deceitfully promote the market and benefits of using the drugs to treat chronic pain. Schuylkill County's opioid deaths have reached 60 in 2017, and nearly $500,000 has been spent on related detox health services. If successful, the lawsuit can bring forth sweeping changes in how opioid distributors can market their drugs. The project to extend Route 424 into the Humboldt Industrial Park is on the top of the list of Hazleton area projects. Luzerne-Lackawanna Metropolitan Planning Organization says that creating a secondary access to the Humboldt Industrial Park from Interstate 81 will have a budget of $20 million. Work on the project to extend Route 424 is expected to take nearly 3 years to complete. The project is split between CANDO and PennDOT. CANDO will have to build their section of road first, so PennDOT can connect 424 to CANDO's roadway. Hometown Farmers Market is struggling with these constant storms. WYLN's Julia Wiegand stopped by and has more.
The constant spell of storms has not only affected roadways and homes, but Hometown Farmers Market's been hit hard in more ways than one.
Well, business is hurting purely, I guess, because people are afraid to come out. The weather, roads are flooded, it's hard to get here. But it's feast or famine for us. Last week at this time we were begging for rain. This week we cannot shut it off.
Kenny Stair & Sons has been a part of Hometown Farmers Market for over 30 years, growing fruits and vegetables at their farm on the northwestern corner of Schuylkill County in Pittman to sell here.
We've had 20 inches since Saturday night, 20 inches of rain total. So our fields are flooded. I mean, we have erosion, washing, all that good stuff. It's a real mess.
You can visit Stair's stand and the rest of Hometown Farmers Market every Wednesday, year-round, from 8 a.m. until 8 p.m. The following message comes after the Columbia County Emergency Management Agency and the National Weather Service released a river, creek, and stream flood warning at 2 p.m. this afternoon. This is not a drill. At this time, the National Weather Service said an additional 1 to 1.5 inches of rain could be received. Some storms that produce locally heavy rain may occur, which could drop 1 to 2 inches per hour. The bulk of the rain will be in the next 12 hours. The crest of the river is expected to be Friday afternoon. Motorists should not attempt to drive through flooded areas. Be advised that 6 inches of rapidly flowing water can knock an adult to the ground, and 18 inches can wash away a vehicle. Stay tuned for weather updates, announcements, and additional information as it becomes available through our WYLN News Facebook page. Information can also be found on Columbia County's EMA Twitter page, @ColumbiaCOEMA. Again, this is not a drill. Reporting from hometown for WYLN News, I'm Julia Wiegand.
Thank you, Julia. And coming up on WYLN News, some new faces in Rush Township, plus President Trump has travel plans to Northeast Pennsylvania. But first, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. The flash flood watch remains in effect into this evening. We will have more showers overnight, the low 64. Scattered thunderstorms on Thursday, starting to taper off on Friday, and maybe on Saturday, partly cloudy and no rain. We'll be right back.
Hi, I had a very minor fender bender tonight in an unreasonably narrow fast food drive-through lane. Don't worry, I have everything handled. I already spoke to our Allstate agent, and I know that we have accident forgiveness, which is so smart on your guys' part. Like the fact that they'll
4 weeks without the car.
Okay, yep, good night.
With accident forgiveness, your rates won't go up just because of an accident. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazelton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown in the Hometown Village Square. Serve the Lord Singing for Joy, the CD by the Sisters of Holy Annunciation Monastery, can be yours for just $13, which includes shipping and tax. Mail a check to Holy Annunciation Monastery, 430 West County Road in Sugarloaf, Pennsylvania, or call 570-788-1205. This 10-song CD can be yours for just $13.
Chur's Auto Sales has been serving the area with quality vehicles since 1954. Chur's Auto Sales is known as your friendly dealer and now in their 4th generation and voted the best used car dealer by the readers of Standard Speaker Choice Awards. John Chur would like to thank everyone that voted for his business. When you need a quality pre-owned vehicle, choose from a large selection at Chur's 570-454-7229.
New faces were hired for Rush Township Police Department at last night's Board of Supervisors meeting. Chief Ken Zapofsky calls it a nice blending by hiring one experienced officer and another that can get their start in Rush Township. He's honored to say that Rush Township now has a bilingual officer who's fluent in Spanish. A drug drop-off box was also added to the township building from a grant through the Rite Aid Foundation Kid Sense program.
Looks like your mailbox almost, with some graphics on it, and we're able to take prescription medication anytime that that the township is open. During normal business hours, the residents can come in anytime they want. They can drop off the items, and no questions asked. It can be expired medication they no longer have a use for, and it keeps it out of the hands of the little ones, and it also keeps it out of the hands of someone who might be interested in abusing those drugs.
Chief Zapofsky's enjoying his transition from Mahanoy City to Rush Township and is excited to meet new residents each day.
I do have to say it was a little different transition. I had to deal with about 30 geese crossing the road at one point, so I had a little bit of a traffic jam, so I had to wait for them to cross. But, police work is the same no matter where you go. It's, doing what you can to make the community as safe as possible. And we're doing that with the resources that we have. And, with the budgets being as they are, got to be creative. And we're trying to be very creative and make that dollar stretch farther without making it a burden on the taxpayers.
Rush Township's next meeting will be held Thursday, August 16th at 7 p.m. Supervisors in Foster Township have set up a public meeting to discuss a major route change to the Greater Hazleton Rails to Trails. Members of the Greater Hazleton Area Civic Partnership will talk with residents, especially those who live in Hazelbrook, where the trail was initially going to run through. Many opposed the trail coming through their neighborhood. Executive Director of the Civic Partnership, Bob Skulski, said that the route to the trail has been changed to take the trail out of Hazelbrook. The trail, which is being made possible through grants, will be built from the Foster Hazleton Township line to the village of Eckley. That public meeting will be held in Foster Township Thursday at 7 p.m. President Donald Trump will be returning to Northeast Pennsylvania Thursday, August 2nd, to help rally support for U.S. Representative Lou Barletta's campaign for the U.S. Senate. The last time the president visited the area was the night before winning the presidency in 2016, where he spoke at Lackawanna College's Student Center. Barletta is running for the seat that is held by Scranton native Democrat Bob Casey. The location and time of Trump's visit is yet undetermined. Heavy rains caused flash flooding overnight, which forced many people from their homes throughout northeastern Pennsylvania. The Commonwealth Response Coordination Center was fully activated this morning at Pima to help those affected by the heavy flooding. PennDOT cautions motorists never drive through flooded roadways. It only takes just 2 feet of fast-moving water to move a car. Locally, Tremont's mayor said this morning that 70 properties have been damaged just in that community alone. The Pine Grove American Legion in Pine Grove has reportedly been condemned due to damage. The western end of Schuylkill County has seen about 9 inches of rain since Sunday morning. And yes, we do have more rain in the forecast. Coming up on Butler Township's News Choice, you like cars? We'll tell you where you'll find some cool ones in Community and You. Plus, we'll take a trip to Hillside SPCA. But first, let's take a look at today's winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played. Stay with us.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Watch Off the Beaten Path on Wyln TV 35 and discover the Pennsylvania you never knew existed.
Welcome to Community and You here on Wyln, everyone. I'm Gary Perrin. I'm very pleased to have Ron and Tom with me from the Hazelton Rotary, and we're here to talk about, well, we're going to talk a little bit about the Hazelton Wine and Beer Festival, but we're really here to talk about a new kind of event going on within the Wine and Beer Festival. We're adding a car and truck show, and Ron, I want to start with you. The event will be on Saturday, August 25th. Out at the Babe Ruth Fields in Hazel Township, where the Wine and Beer Festival has been for a little while. And this year you guys decided to add a car show with it. So what led you to that decision?
Well, we're always trying to build up our attendance. And of course, the more attendance we have, the more money we make towards our service projects, all the Rotary service projects. So between Tom and I asked Tom about getting the connection to a car cruise. Let's add it on. Let's attract more people up there. And it's been working so far. Last year, we limited it to 21 and over as far as people, because of the wine and the beer and all that. This year, we're opening up to the public. And a good way of doing that is bringing the car cruise in, bringing entertainment in, and hopefully to attract a lot more people.
And this is a great event, and Rotary has so many projects throughout the year that, thanks to everyone who comes out to events like the Wine and Beer Festival, can benefit from. So, Tom, I'm going to ask you, getting the cars and the trucks involved and getting all this together, I know the Wine and Beer Festival is a big event. Now adding all this on top of it, so what can we expect to see this year?
This should be a great event for Rotary and the Wine and Beer Festival. We could see as many as 50 to 100 vintage cars, Camaros, all different types of cars from old to new, and from all over. We expect people to come from as far away as Berks County, Schuylkill County, Luzerne, Lackawanna, and it's going to be a great event. There is a $10 charge for registration when they come in. There will be a judging. There will be trophies, first, second, and third place. So when the cars are there, the people attending the Wine and Beer Festival will in fact vote on the first, second, and third place cars.
Wonderful. So, and it's all part of a great event. Now, Ron, with the car show going on, we also just want to talk a little bit about the Wine and Beer Festival. So if people want to learn more about the Wine and Beer Festival part of it, to get tickets and do stuff like that, how can they do so?
Well, we have about 5 or 6 wineries coming, and so many beer vendors are going to be out there just for sampling. You can get tickets on our website. It's called hazeltonrotary.ticketleap.com.
Okay.
You can actually get them $5 cheaper. It's $25 at the gate, $20 online. For the younger crowd, between 13 and 20, we're only charging $5 for them to come in. We just ask people or the person's 18 and younger if they be accompanied by an adult.
Okay.
We have to be very careful about it because of underage drinking.
Right.
But they're going to get wristbands on it. Certain wristbands are going to be 21 and over. That's how we're going to monitor it.
Okay.
We're going to be on top of it. We really were.
So really, in years past, if you've been to the Hazelton Wine and Beer Festival, you'll have some great entertainment. Ostrich Hat and Cartoon will be there. There will be some food, some tricky trace, of course, craft beers and wine and all that good stuff that we love about it. That will be going on Saturday, August 25th from 11 to 6. It's rain or shine, but we're hoping for some nice 80 degrees, warm weather.
Absolutely.
Not sticky and hot, just nice and warm weather.
Perfect weather.
Perfect weather for you.
We like the cars to be parked before 10:30 in the morning.
Okay.
They just can't, the festival actually starts at 11 o'clock, but we need to park and get all the vendors in and everything else and get it all situated so we're ready to go at 11 o'clock.
All right, wonderful. Okay. A lot going on. We'll have more about the Wine and Beer Festival coming up later on here on WYLN News. Gentlemen, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And thanks for joining us here on Community News. We'll see you next time here on WYLN.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice, everyday low prices, plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazelton, everything to make your house a home.
Pocono Raceway is summertime, where the whole crew's invited, where fans become friends, where good times roll, and the racing is always a little tricky. Bring your friends, bring your family, just bring it, Pocono style.
Grand Central wants to send you to the Tricky Triangle. Grand Central, everything for your home, has 4 tickets for one lucky winner for the Gander Outdoors 400 July 29th. Entry is easy. Just visit Grand Central at either of their locations at Vine Street in Hazelton or the Laurel Mall. Fill out the entry blank and place it inside the Grand Central contest box. No purchase necessary, 1 entry per person. Winner will be announced on WYLN News Thursday before race weekend.
Experience with pit bulls was minimal until I came here and started volunteering. I really didn't have a good knowledge base. I wasn't afraid of pit bulls, I just didn't know the breed. Yes, I heard all the hype, and you know, I don't necessarily believe things unless I see it for myself. So I wasn't, as I said, I wasn't fearful. But when I came here, one of the first dogs that the assistant manager, Tricia, asked me to work with was a pit bull mix. He was, had some behavior issues. He was probably not treated very nicely, so he had some trust issues with people. And we became great friends, and I became a pit bull fan. Most of the pit bulls they're so sweet. They're loving, they're affectionate, they really, really, really are misunderstood. And sadly, the media doesn't help with that misunderstanding. Now, it's not to say that there aren't issues with you know, the breed. There's issues with all breeds. You know, you can find, if you really want to find a breed that has a problem, you can find any breed has a problem. But pit bulls, as you said, you know, kind of always get a bad rap. They have been some of the sweetest, kindest, gentlest, loving dogs I've ever come across. Sadly, the breed is overbred, particularly in this area, and people do not watch their lines. Sometimes they're breeding brother to sister, parent to son, and that can create a problem, a physiological problem, a genetic problem. So therefore, those could be the dogs that, you know, either people aren't controlling properly and training, or that they're just, something is a little bit off in them, sadly. To no fault of their own, it's a breeding issue. Pit bulls are one of the biggest bred breeds in the United States, and they're one of the highest killed breeds in shelters because there are so many. Chihuahuas are the second ones. Yeah, scary, isn't it? You know, indiscriminate breeding with any breed, but in particular pit bulls, is, you know, probably brings out the ones that have issues, sadly, and again, by no fault of their own. But any animal, any child, any human being needs to have rules. You need to have regulations. You know, you can't just have a child and let them run wild, or you're going to have a problem child. Same with a dog. So pit bull, terrier, mutt, mixed breed, whatever, everybody needs rules. And you know, the pit bulls that I've met and been honored to have as friends were some of my dearest four-legged friends. And we have a lot of volunteers that come and have wonderful experiences with the pit bulls here. So it's a great breed. It's a great breed.
The 2018 Downtown Hazelton Classic Car Cruise-In takes place downtown Hazelton Friday, August 3rd. This morning, the presenting sponsors came together for a photo to kick off the Car Cruise-In. The The cruise-in, coordinated by the Downtown Committee of the Greater Hazelton Chamber of Commerce, is sponsored by Hazelton Auto Traders Association. The classic vehicles will be parked along Broad Street between Cedar and Church Streets and will be available to the public for viewing until 9 p.m. Bill Spear is the chairman of the Downtown Committee and said it's a great event for everyone.
Annual Downtown Car Cruise. It's actually going to be in conjunction with our first Friday events that we've been having in downtown Hazelton for the past 2 years. So it's going to be a great night. We're going to have lots of cars. It starts at 6 o'clock and it's going to be a lot of fun.
And we also caught up with two of the sponsors of the event that are excited for this year's event.
Oh, beyond excited. The whole community has been beyond welcoming. You know, our inventory is growing every single day. And, you know, we're just looking forward to the experience. You know, to us, and I can speak for the whole Alexander family dealerships, we're a part of every single community. It's extremely important for us, you know, to not just be a business, but be a business that gives back.
Well, being a motorhead and in the automotive business, I think it's important that we promote the chamber, we promote this event. It's good fun for everybody. It's true, it'll be a nice variety of classics, high-performance cars, a little bit of everything.
And like in years past, the Legends Oldies Band will be performing outside Jimmy's Quick Lunch. Also, DJs Tony Pacelli and Jim Dino will be spinning the tunes all night as well. Wyln is a proud media sponsor of the event. And again, we will be broadcasting live from downtown Hazelton Friday, August 3rd from 6 to 6:30 p.m. And that will give you a preview of the fun event. Now stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN News.
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road, Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicap accessible with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. There are packages available to fit anyone's budget, restaurant and catering on site. Our facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor and private parties. Call 570-384-2314.
Hi, I'm Julia Wiegand, the newest news reporter for WYLN News. I'm so proud to be part of your #1 local news team. WYLN News. When local news happens, you can count on WYLN News to be there, whether it's in Berwick, Tamaqua, or right here in Hazelton. We work hard to be your #1 local news station and will continue to work hard to stay #1.
WYLN CA35's children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children. In compliance with FCC guidelines, a copy of the children's programming report is on file for public inspection at WYLN 1057 East 10th Street in Hazelton, Pennsylvania during normal business hours. To view the report online, visit fcc.org. watching the Pocono's Choice for news, weather, and live local sports. WYLN, we're